Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So for today I'm doing something a bit different, and it's a product review on the Karin Markers. I actually reached out to this company and they sent me this amazing massive set of pens, and I'm literally like so excited to be doing this review. So they sent me the full brush set, and they also sent me their metallic marker set. So I just want to say, these pens are watercolour markers, and this is something that I've actually never used before. I normally use alcohol markers, so that is what I'm used to. And here I'm just kind of swatching some of the colours to show you, so you can see how vibrant they are and also how the ink comes out of the pen. So yeah, just my first impressions of these was that I really love them, and they were just completely different from the markers that I normally use. The ink comes out really smoothly, and the colours are really vibrant. Oh my god, I don't know what's happened to my voice. The colours are really vibrant and really nice. So I'm just doing some swatches, so I'm just going to let you watch that, and then I'm going to come back and talk about how I found the markers to actually use. So, like I said, I've never used, to be honest, I've used watercolour a handful of times. I wouldn't say that I'm experienced with watercolour. So I've never used these before. So I just started out like how I would with normal markers, which honestly I think was a bit of a mistake initially, because in hindsight, I guess the way that watercolour works is that your paper is quite wet. So I kind of use these a bit more like how I would use dry markers. But I probably should have wet my paper a little bit more to help with the blending process. But so far you can see the colours on the rose is really vibrant, and it's really going on really nice and smooth. So that's something that I really liked. The colour was just really it was just popping, you know. Yeah, the colour was really bold and nice, which is what I liked. So just in general, I really enjoyed trying something different with my work, because like I said, I only ever use alcohol markers, and it's pretty much what I'm used to, and I never really go outside of what I'm used to when it comes to my work, which is kind of a bit lame. So that's one of the reasons why I was really excited to try these. So I'm trying to think. So one second, I've got a list here of things. So so just in general, the actual shape of the pen is really nice. It's very comfortable to hold in your hand, and I think these are perfect for people that really like watercolors. If you have a lot of experience with watercolors, I honestly think these will be perfect for you. If you're very aware of how watercolors work and how they blend and how they go on to the watercolor paper, you will definitely enjoy using these. What else have I said? Yeah, one other thing that I really want to say is that it would be impossible to compare these to pro markers or Copic markers, because they just do such different things. I would say if you're buying these because you enjoy using alcohol markers, I don't know if you'll be satisfied with how they work, because they're just so different. But if you want to try something different and you're used to using watercolor, I really think these will be for you. Initially, I think you'll actually see this at this part of the video, but initially I did struggle a bit with blending these pens, and I think it was actually because I was in a bit of a rush to try them. I was so excited, so I didn't fully read the instructions, and the instructions do say that you what you do is you actually touch the markers together to get more of a smooth blend, in a more of a smooth blend, and you do also get a blending marker, which I start using nearer to the end of the video. So yeah, it took me a while to figure out how to blend stuff, but I think towards the end I really did get the hang of it. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, so with these markers you get the absolute best results when you use watercolor paper, because obviously when you use watercolors you're going to be using watercolor paper because it absorbs the ink and it's really nice to blend, and it can also handle the ink really well. One other thing that I really want to say is that the price point of these pens is actually really good compared to a lot of other pens I've used. They are very, I'm going to use the word affordable, because you get a lot of pens for the amount of money you pay. So this set that I have is like £88, and you get all of those markers, and then the metallic set with the 10 markers is £20, and in my opinion that's quite a good price. Especially if you think of it as more of an investment, so you're like investing in a set of markers that you'll be able to use for a long time. Because I can tell by, oh my god, you know, my voice is just so croaky right now, I don't even know why, but I can tell that these pens will last a while in comparison to some of the other pens I've used that run out after a couple of uses. I think with these pens, like, a little goes a long way, because you can blend them with water and you have the blender marker as well, which is really good. So overall I would say that using these, it was a learning curve for me, because I'm completely not used to using watercolors and I haven't really had that much success in general with using watercolors. So for me, when I knew that there were markers that were like watercolors, I was really excited, because I feel like it gives you a chance to have an easier watercolor experience. I mean, obviously you do still have to concentrate and put the work in, but it makes the process of using watercolors a bit more manageable, and that's something that I really enjoyed about using these. And it's really funny because, like, one thing I will say is, like, halfway through I kind of felt like, oh, I don't know, like, if I'm enjoying the way that my piece is turning out, like, I wasn't happy. But one thing that I always struggle with is, like, patience, and I feel like when you use these pens it takes patience, because you do have to build up layers. Like, you can't just lay down a flat colour and expect it to look perfect. Like, you do have to work into it and build up the layers, and yeah, just like what really, like, you know, like, go in with using the pens, like, layer them up basically. But yeah, so in general, like, I would really recommend these pens. Like, I really enjoyed using them. My experience was a positive one, and I will definitely be using them again on some of my other pieces. So yeah, I mean, if you guys are thinking of trying them, I would probably recommend getting a small set just to test them, to see if it's the kind of thing that you want to work with. But I think generally you will be, like, really satisfied, and I think you'll definitely enjoy using these pens. So yeah, I hope you guys found this useful and not boring. I hope you don't mind hearing me yammering on about pens. But yeah, anyway, if you need to ask any questions about them, just leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye.